WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany, tasting well. I don't know how rare and exotic this is. Well, I do. One of 5,190 bottles worldwide. This is Big Peat, the first time I've had a Big Peat on my table here. Who would have known? The Peatrichor edition Feis Ile 2021, natural cask strength, one of 5,190 bottles, limited edition Islay blended malt Scotch whiskey. Blended malt, so this is a mixture or a vatting. I'm going to use a marriage of different single malts from Islay. Which ones? We don't know. So over here in Germany, this costs around 49.51 euros. Whiskybase number WB181374. Now look at this nice little bright color here. Peatrichor means the aroma in the air after there's been a rain shower. So especially if you're in the forests. This is from Douglas Laing and their regional malts. Okay, on the back it says here, Peatrichor is, if you will, now the unmistakable scent of rain on earthy soil. So a marriage of single cask, single malts. So, oh wow, only from Islay. Single cask, single malts. Well, I guess you're right. So what they did is they bought cask and they married those together because 5,000 bottles means you need, for, if it was bourbon cask, you need about, let's go for 200 bottles. Let's go for 250 bottles per cask. That means you need 21, so 22 casks. All right, why not? Single cask, single malts, only from Islay. Big Peat's Feis Ile 2021 limited edition is named Peatrichor in honor of his island home, a rainy climate, and the gloriously earthy scent that fills its atmosphere. Accordingly, anticipate notes of damp soil, salty sea air, and fresh leather. Didn't get that. The palate delivers rich, earthy peat smoke and runs to a satisfyingly long, classically Islay finish. It's very sweet, by the way. I'll talk about this in a moment. While we celebrate the rain water, after all, today's rain is tomorrow's whiskey. Ironically, we offer this whiskey to you without a single drop of water added, bottled at a natural cask strength of 53.8% and proudly without coloring or chill filtration. Just 5,900 bottles of a Big Peat Peatrichor edition exist in commemoration, wow, of the annual Fest of Malt and Music on Islay. Ooh, very good. Okay, what am I going to compare it with? I'm going to compare it with the, whoops, almost dropped it, Ballachin, 15-year-old, small batch cask strength here. So this is double of the amount of money you pay for the Big Peat, I know, but it is cask strength and it is peated. And I want to explore more and more the difference between Highland peat and also Islay peat. And I don't have anything else available at the moment from Islay peat that I could compare it to very readily. So sorry. All right, first of all, you notice the color here. This is probably all ex-bourbon distillery wood, no first fill. This here is with first fill bourbon and second fill Oloroso sherry casks. So very, very nicely done. All right, so on the nose, I get a sweetness. I get a sweetness and a maritime moment. It's sweet peat smoke on this. I get some grilled pineapple. Please tell me which distillery in Islay is for you sweet grilled pineapple. A little bit of barbecue, a little bit of seaweed, and a tiny little bit of campfire smoke here in the background. And maybe a tiny little bit of cloves. Well done, well done. So this was a C++, B- for me. This is going to be a C+. Value for money, this is a C. This is a D. This is 50 euros. This is 109 euros. This is cask strength. This is cask strength. This is Islay blended malt. This is a single malt from Edredauer, and it's their peated brand called Balachin. 15 years old, no age statement. So I'm going to guess most of this is anywhere between 4 and 6, 7 years old. Which is, as Bart says from the Scotch Test Dummies, Islay, he likes them young and he likes them strong. All right. So that's exactly what we have here. And apparently I like them sweet as well. That's good. There's a sweetness. There's a little bit of peatiness afterwards. There's that maritime salty moment coming in here. That smoke ash is there. It's a bonfire ash. It's not cigarette ash. It's not a medical or medicine ash. It's actually very nice. Tiny little bit of citrus coming in there as well. Nice. I like. My question of the day is, which big peat do you like the best? Is it a special edition, limited edition for Feis Ile? I think there was actually a limited edition just for Germany with either Hamburg or Bremen. There have been so many big peats out there. Which ones can you recommend? Which ones can you say, leave your fingers away from them? They're not worth it. Value for money, I must admit, not bad. Scottabus, there's a cask strength out there. I think I would prefer it almost as much. It wasn't as sweet as this. I like sweet Islay peat. Help me, what is sweet Islay peat? Oh, this is so much different. I love the nose here. There's more vanilla. There's a little bit of berries in here. None of that here. This is bourbon matured maritime type of lightly grilled pineapple barbecue. This is totally different. Also on the nose as well as on the palate. Much drier, more tannins, more astringency. I would actually prefer this on a summer night. This is still not something I'm going to reach for. All right, so if I'm going to be outside with my buddies and we're going to maybe have a nice little bonfire or whatever, what am I going to reach for? I'm going to reach for a bird. And then I'm going to reach for maybe something over here. All right, so scotch, nice scotch. Maybe, I don't know, Glengarry 15-year-old, something, maybe even a Glendronach 12-year-old. Something I can just drink and not have to worry about, oh, it's a 50, 80, 100-euro bottle, all right? Yes, this is a 60, 70-euro bottle, that Glengarry. Then if I have some friends over that are peat heads, maybe I would pull out something like this just for them. But if I were all by myself, I'm not a peat head. I don't gravitate towards the peat, but I'm starting to enjoy a good peated whiskey. I'm not sure if this is good, but this is in my book, a solid whiskey, sweet peat. Not very complex, enjoyable, and the 50, wow, I can't read at the moment at all, 53.8%, very, very nicely done, no water needed. You can add water, it does pick up the peat a little bit and dilute the vanilla moments a little bit, but it's there. All right, thank you very much. So what is your favorite big peat bottling? WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American slowly inching his way into Islay and peated whiskeys. And thank you very much for watching along. All the best. Bye-bye.